So it's time for another mod map roundup. This is the second that I've made. I will have made one week earlier from the time of posting this. I'm going to try and do it every Wednesday, I think. I basically round up some of my favourite maps, ones that I feel particularly inspired by. I try and do a bunch of different clips, film a bunch of different things, show off some of the more interesting parts of the map for you as well after giving a little description. I have links to all the maps as well in Mod.io, and we are starting off with DH Street. Again, DH13 has been outputting a lot of maps right now, and this is a really good one. It's one of the more recent ones, and there's one little addition which I need to mention as well. I talked about it in another video, but having the GuineaTigg BMX mod does kind of a big favour to this map in terms of appearance. With this off, it still looks okay, but it looks a little flat. You turn this on, you get all the real-time shadows, you can change the time, and it definitely makes things look a lot better. And because we have the pin dropper, we can actually look around at all the different spots. There's kind of a ton to this place. You got this huge plaza here. You got a whole little area around here as well. There's this extra plaza here, which I started the video on. And then if you rise up, you can see there's a whole other half to the map as well, with another plaza, some street stuff, little things here. It's also very well textured overall. Yeah, definitely recognise this spot. I didn't actually know about this spot actually, I've just found it. You've also got a burger joint with a nice little ledge set up here. So yeah, overall a pretty big chunky map, a bit like the other map that you did, which I think I'll be covering in this video. I'm losing track of which I've introduced and which I haven't. DH City, that will maybe come later on in this video, I think. Drug dealers. Anyway, yeah, time to show off some clips. Next map is Stoke Plaza by Yaky, which I think a lot of Skater XL people are already aware of Yaky and his reputation for doing a lot of really good maps. He's come over to Streets and has started releasing stuff, so that's a very good sign. For this one, I would recommend having the GuineaTigg BMX mod off, because when it is on, it's very washed out, so I'll definitely turn it off for this one. You kind of get that whole pipe, whatever ditch area over there, goes to a car park, then into this whole skate park. Nice bit of water as well. Pretty good little technical park, I think. I say little, it's actually huge, but yeah. Next up we have Bat Yam by Mark. This is actually a map you may notice from Pipe. It's been converted over. The first version of this, when it got converted over, it had some problem with the lighting and it slowed everything down. That's been fixed. Again, turn the GuineaTigg BMX mod off. That looks best lighting wise for this one. And yeah, let's get some clips. So this one is called Indoor Skatepark. It is by SunGod, and it's the same person who did the hood shit kind of cover replica or whatever it is. Now, at first glance, this looks very simple, like it wouldn't be that interesting, but I find it flows pretty nice. Like you can get a pretty good loop going, like from left to right, all the way around. It's very similar to hood shit in that sense, and I got some really good clips on it, so I figured I'd include it here as well. So don't overlook this one. This is a bit of a beauty. It is Mounthawke by Alpinatore, I think is how you say it, and Tigg. It's a really nice looking park, well textured, well lit. You can get some really nice clips on this one, and it flows really well as well, so definitely a recommendation. Just for reference, if you enable this, it kind of flattens everything out. You do get the shadows still, which is kind of a cool effect if you want that, but I think for the most part I would recommend having it off. So next up is Subway by SunGod. It is a remake of DH13 map. It's actually one of the older ones, but a few different mods that let you play around with the lighting kind of change this map up a little bit. You can either have it darker and more reflective, or there's a bunch of different ways you can have it. I actually don't have the mod that I used to get the clips in anymore. I changed to a different mod. But yeah, you can actually brighten it up a bit and make it look fairly realistic as well. Next one is a famous one from the pipe days. It is Osker's House by the one and only Osker. It is a complete recreation, as you would expect. Really nice looking textures on everything. You also get the transition physics from streets, which makes this a lot easier to ride than it used to be. It was pretty easy to ride anyway, but it's definitely an improvement and helps you with a lot of crazy gaps and transfers. Much like before, you can get on the roof as well. You can gap down in a bunch of different ways, and because it will hone in if you have the transition assist on, that makes that stuff really simple, but also allows a lot of cool options to get speed and everything else as well. Also, this little object here, this has always been a fun thing. You can do a bunch of stalls, like manuals on top, whatever you can think of. And last and by no means least, it is DH once again with DH City. Now this one's kind of an epic map. It looks fairly bare bones in places, but as you go around you realise there's so many unique individual spots here and there. It's actually going to take a while to get around, I think. Especially covering everything. There's so many little hidden things, especially this area around here. There's like a really nice downhill section. I've got a clip from this going all the way down, which was pretty nice. Now, one thing you'll notice with the clips is this was before the GuineaTigg BMX mod came out, so the lighting will be a bit different. This is it looking at its best. But yeah, you've got plazas. Go this way, you've got a bunch of curved rails. There's stuff hidden there. There's actually a skate park hidden around somewhere. Also, frame rate wise, this wasn't actually all that bad. I didn't notice any like significant drops or anything like that. Yeah, this is the park. Then you got this whole like tunnel which leads to another area over here. And one thing I really want to point out is this. It's a really unique little kind of rail ride but on logs, and it's curved as well, so you can do grinds, rail ride type tricks, whatever you can think of, and it just basically keeps on going. I'll show off this little bit over here as well because this is pretty cool as well. Yeah, so you kind of got this like circular basketball court. It leads to some more kind of crazy little tree things, especially if you want to do like rail ride, weird kind of stuff, which is pretty much up my alley. There's a whole bunch of stuff here, and I've got a lot of clips as well, so yeah, enjoy. Oh, and just for reference, the GuineaTigg BMX mod, definitely turn this on. With it off, it looks fairly flat, so I definitely recommend turning it on. And there you go. I'm not sure, probably by the time I put this video out, there'll be a whole bunch of new mod maps coming out. I'm filming this at the weekend and it'll probably be up on a Wednesday. So there will be even more stuff. I will try and keep up with my favourites at the very least as we go along. But yeah, always keep an eye out on mod.io. And also definitely try out this GuineaTigg stats thing. I'm not sure if Mash will ever implement something to make mod maps look better as normal. Hopefully he will, and he's aware of it at least, because I was talking to him in the Discord server about it. But yeah, in the meantime, this will definitely do a lot to kind of add a bit of life to the maps, because they are pretty boring looking, or just drab overall. Anyway, enough talk. I'll add links to the description and everything you need there. For the modding stuff, definitely go to the Evolution server. I also try and explain what you need to do, but yeah, when you get in there, read the rules, click the thumbs up, and then you should be able to have somebody help you out. Anyway, enough talk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.